Hi, this is Matt Lewis from the Daily Caller, and you are listening to Vigilant Liberty Radio.
At Independent Journal Review, we publish news that is objective, fair, and entertaining. As one of the top websites in the United States, it's our duty to bring the absolute best to our readers. Readers like you. IJReview.com, your number one source for news and entertainment.
Hi, this is Taylor, and while you're listening to all the other great shows here on Vigilant Liberty Radio, be sure to check out my show on Saturday nights called Saturday Night Cigar Lounge. You never know what we're going to talk about. It's always a fun time. That's Saturday Night Cigar Lounge, Saturday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central, here on Vigilant Liberty Radio.
Hi, I'm Dustin Hoyt with America Our Way, and you can hear me right here on Vigilant Liberty Radio at 10/9 Central on Thursday nights. We bring you the best in political commentary from the right-wing, conservative, libertarian perspectives coming together and bringing the best content on the internet. Be sure to tune in every week for your favorite shows. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
Hey, this is Alfonso Rachel with 20 Pound Sledge and PJTV Zone Nation, and you're listening to VLR.
At Independent Journal Review, we publish news that is objective, fair, and entertaining. As one of the top websites in the United States, it's our duty to bring the absolute best to our readers. Readers like you. IJReview.com, your number one source for news and entertainment.
Welcome back to the Right Mics. Mike Miller, Michael P. Howsam, 412-567-6879. We almost did not catch our breath from laughing so hard. There was a Lego parody game. I'm not going to describe it. I put this up on Facebook, and I just sent Howsam and Jessica there. I think, Michael, maybe we need to put this up on the Right Mics when we do our update later.
We are definitely putting that in because you know what I've done? I actually private messaged Lego USA, and I'm gonna look into potential sponsorship opportunities. So we may have to read some live copy. On the other hand, there may be a little revenue in it for us about this. The guy that messaged me is not. Well, he's not certain that this is actually real.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering, but we're kidding, folks. But this is, dude, that's the funniest thing I've seen all day long. That is, it's damn near hilarious.
Oh, you know what? It's well into hilarious. Now Jessica, you wrote here that it says halal. I don't see that on the. Oh, I do see. Okay, that is hilarious.
Should we describe this, or should we force people to go to the website?
No, we're going to tease for the website because, frankly, if it's a family show, we actually can't describe it.
Well, see, that's true, and it is a family show, isn't it?
Oh, it's a family show.
Yes. All right, listen, let's play what do you want to talk about? I was going to say multiple choice. I mean, we got to hit the tax thing for sure. And then we got to go to Liam Neeson and the
Let's
fallout.
talk about that because I saw that story, I don't know, Thursday, Friday, or whatever last week. And I think that's one of the most beautiful stories ever.
All right, so let me give a bit of background. I put the first post up on IJR. We talked about it. We actually talked about it, did we not? And last time I looked, I don't know.
You've not talked about the back end.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know. So we got to bring folks up to speed. I'm going to bring folks up to speed just a tad. Excuse me. Who may not be familiar with this. So Liam Neeson, star of other movies with guns, but the Taken movies, Taken 3 about to come out. And again, quickly, because we talked about this last week, as an excuse, or should I say, using the Paris terrorist attacks as an opportunity, hammered, excuse me, gun rights, in America in particular. Let me do the quick quote. There's too many effing guns out there, especially in America. I think the population is like 320 million. There's over 300 million guns privately owned in America. I think it's a effing disgrace. Every week now we're picking up a newspaper and saying yet another few kids have been killed in the schools. All right, so that post was north of 500,000 views the last time I looked. So I think Saturday morning, maybe, I ran across a follow-up story, and I put that up on IJR. That now is, I think, right at 400,000. There's a point to that in terms of telling you the numbers of both posts, and we'll do that at the end. So let's see. Should I read my headline or not give it away? Okay, the headline. Liam Neeson's anti-gun rant provoked company that supplied guns for Taken 3 to take drastic action. All right, so the company is Para USA. That's got to be an acronym. PARA USA has announced that it will no longer provide firearms for any movie house in which Neeson appears.
That's so beautiful. I mean, so beautiful. Let me. Can I read, Mike, what
Yes.
their comment was?
Read their statement.
Para USA regrets its decision to provide firearms for use in the film Taken 3. While the film itself is entertaining, comments made by its Irish-born star during press junkets reflect a cultural and factual ignorance that undermines support of the Second Amendment and American liberties. We will no longer provide firearms for use in films starring Liam Neeson and ask that our friends and partners in Hollywood refrain from associating our brand and products with his projects. Further, we encourage our partners and friends in the firearms industry to do the same. Hashtag America, hashtag 2A, second A. You know, that's the Twitter shorthand for Second Amendment is hashtag number 2, letter A.
Mm-hmm. Dan Fitzgerald, listener of the show. I always link, as do you, my IJR post to Facebook, and Fitzgerald. He knew what was going on here once he looked at this, but he said he messaged me back, and he said something, or he messaged me when he saw it, something to the effect of that I thought, something like this would be provided by a props company. So if you Google the Para USA, this is a badass gun company, Michael.
Badass. Yeah, right.
So let me ask you this, okay? And I think we talked this just briefly last week. Got a couple of questions. First of all, I think this one is easy. Is Liam Neeson a hypocrite in this instance?
Well, yeah.
Okay, yeah. That one is easy. Second, did Para make the right call in making this announcement?
I think absolutely to say, look, you're an idiot, man, and you know what? We're no longer going to be involved in your stuff because of the hypocrisy and just the stupidity.
I think exactly, and I also think that anytime an individual or a company or a government, I don't care, any entity takes a stand And you know what? Well, we won't go there. I was going to say, I always say we won't go there, then I have to say it. Like Chick-fil-A, being closed on Sundays based on its religious beliefs. Listen, whether you believe what they believe or not, they cost themselves a lot of money by doing that.
Right.
And I think in this instance, same thing. If this is one of the premier firearms providers to major movies in Hollywood, they got to make a few bucks doing that. And if they're now saying we're not gonna we're not gonna supply guns to movies he's in anymore, that I think would have to piss off whichever studio produces his movies. And I think that would cut them out of even more business. So kudos to them for doing this.
Absolutely. I just think, you know what? The guys are just like, you know what? Screw you, man.
Exactly. And let me, excuse me, mention what I said I would mention, the fact that, we got two posts here on the same subject, what he did and what the fallout was, approaching 1 million views since, Thursday or whatever, two different. Obviously, this struck this story, regardless if they read it on IJR for me or they read it anywhere. This story obviously strikes a nerve with a lot of freedom-loving, law-abiding Americans. So my final question, I guess, to you is, and again, it's dude, there were multiple comments, and I just scanned a few on each post. Screw, although some of them didn't say screw, Liam Neeson. I'm never going to see one of his effing movies again. Now, listen, he probably could give a damn about who who this alienates. I just wonder why people like him choose to do something like this. Is it just that they are so arrogant that they think that their beliefs need to be heard by everyone, or they don't give a damn, or why do you think? Like, what was in it for him to do that?
I'm not sure he was thinking of the consequences. I was thinking that he probably has a platform and he has a obligation to be responsible and blah 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 on and on and on nonsense. That would be my guess, right?
Yeah, I think you're probably right. I mean, excuse me, via oh God, go back to Jeannie Garofalo, one of the ugliest creatures God ever put on earth, by the way, or what's her name, Leah. I can't even stand to look at her. The fat girl that gets naked on HBO all the time.
Lena Dunham.
Lena Dunham, or people like this. They don't even think about the consequences. They live in this bubble where they don't think and they don't care. I think you're spot on.
Yeah, and it may just be the bubble that they live in. Hard to kind of figure that those kind of details out. But you can't do one and without the consequence of the other. I think genius.
Anyway, just perfect story, and I love every second of it. All right, let's see here. We've half the half hour left. Let's
we have to talk about. Well, we can maybe do it after Evan, but we're going to have to talk about the State of the Union, man.
Oh yeah, well that's the tax thing. Let's see if you want to see if we can knock that off in the rest of this half hour.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, so before we start, but even Bob Schieffer yesterday asked Dan. You know who Dan Pfeiffer is? That's another dude I can't even stand to look at or listen. Obama advisor, senior advisor. And this relates to the State of the Union and the Schieffer thing, excuse me, relates to this tax plan that Obama is going to announce in detail at the State of the Union tomorrow night. But, this thing is it's completely unbelievable in my mind. So, we can highlight, we can approach this any way you want. I mean, like, I would like to highlight some of what he's proposing and then have us talk about those things. What are you thinking?
Well, yes, I think so. I've got an idea. I think what I want to do is I want to make a video. And I'm going to take the last couple of State of the Union speeches and I'm going to rewrite what the State of the Union speech is and then just razor clip words of the president's to make a new State of the Union speech.
That would be brilliant. Yeah.